border war between these two schools has been a clash in the middle of the country that's been a contest played since before the 20th century. And believe me, in rivalries like this one, the wrongs from games played in 1891 are being discussed as we get ready for what's in store. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Jayhawks will put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Missouri's offense will get the first possession of the game. Mizzou put a spanking on the Jayhawks the last time they met.
Wins always feel great, but Missouri blowing out Kansas for them, that was ecstasy for their players, coaches, and fans.
Yeah, and it's just an awesome opportunity to be like, yeah, we own you. Like, go back to where you came from and just let you know that this rivalry isn't a rivalry between us and you.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Turning it on! They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage off the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it. He's got it. First down and more. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip. On the option. He'll toss it. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Got him downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Tigers started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Oh, better look out. He's loose. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Jayhawks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The corners are walked up tight. Powers through the defender. Ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks, it gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. They'll try to sneak it. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Finds the tight end. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hardy. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. He's got him. bounced off his feet.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
He'll do it himself. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense.
Touchdown, Tigers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Baylor. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give is to Williams. Breaks the tackle. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It's on target and complete. Running through contact. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Down in 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's go. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off play action. Finds his tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Kansas. Great job by the back on the option.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got a man. It's Hardy. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quickly to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Going deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, so much to break down from a spirited first half between the Tigers and the Jayhawks. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Kansas and Missouri plays out.
returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance.
Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. That's caught. It's Manning. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 4 over Akron. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Daniels. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later.
Oh, he's got some space. the 10. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. To throw, it's Daniels. Gets it out quickly. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Finding open areas. Turning it on! To the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Floating away. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Let's go! Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They'll run it from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Gonna let it fly. Touchdown, Jayhawks. They've got the lead here in the fourth. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops the throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hardy. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field. All right, fourth quarter now, you're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. A quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick, and that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn it all the way down the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Makes the catch. It's Hardy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Under fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Manning. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Missouri.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And the jumbo formation is on the field as they line up for the 2 points. They'll run play action. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and they vault on top by 1 here in the fourth. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over, and now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game, Pollock. Let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
These two old rivals don't clash as often as they once did, but now bragging rights will belong to Mizzou. Until next time. That will put the wrap on